Hi dear friends, we have seen in my previous lecture what we should do during the interview or what we should not do exactly. Now we are going to see the fourth point of module number 4 interview techniques, and that is personal qualities. There are various personal qualities we are going to see. First is manners. Manners are observed especially on the occasion of you seek permission, enter the interview room or sit down. At the time of entering in the room of interview and sitting down, the manners are observed by the panelists. The interviewers observe whether you wish when you first meet them and how you address them in the course of dialogue. Actually, your first meeting with the interviewers, your dialogue with them, and your meeting with them first time, the manners are observed by them. They also keenly observe whether you use expressions such as please, thank you, I beg your pardon, kindly, and excuse me, like that. You may use these expressions regularly. These are habitual expressions, and you should develop the habit of using these expressions like thank you, I beg your pardon, and others. They reflect your positivity and get you a lot of mileage. There is and will be definitely a soft corner about you if you use such kinds of words during the interview. At the same, you should avoid humming or using filters such as well, I mean, what I mean is, as a matter of fact, that is to say, to be honest, quite frankly, in other words. So these expressions you should not use in your interview, because these expressions create bad impression on the panelists. So this is the first quality, manners. Second quality is some essential qualities. Are interviewers very keenly observe some essential qualities in you with bird's eye view. The concentration on your behavior is there by the panelists, such as mental alertness, critical power of assimilation. Mental alertness, by asking many questions to you, they can check your mental alertness. Critical power of assimilation, you are a proper critic or not, are you able to criticize a point or not, that should be observed. Balance of judgment should be observed. Clear and logical exposition should be observed. Variety and depth of interest, your interest and hobbies are keenly observed. Do you have leadership qualities? That qualities should be observed during the interview by the panelists. Intellectuals and moral integrity should be observed. Persistence in adverse conditions. In adverse conditions, how exactly you behave, that should be observed by the panelists. To cultivate these qualities within you, you must read newspapers regularly to boost your general knowledge. By asking general questions regarding the topic, all these qualities are generally observed by the panelists during the interview. So you must develop your habit of reading newspapers, seeing news on television. So such kinds of habits you should develop so that you can develop your general knowledge and express your opinions very precisely and critically. So this is the important quality that should be observed by the panelists. Next quality is job hopper. As the job market has shifted over the past several decades, and especially after the recession, job hopping is on the rise. and it does not look like the trend will be stopping anytime soon. A job hopper is one who changes job very frequently. This is wrong as it implies that you are a money chaser rather than a career person. So if you are a job hopper, that means you are regularly interested in changing your jobs. That will be bad. That will create a bad impression on the panelist, because it is considered that you are just a money chaser and nothing more than that. So that you should not be a job hopper. Mind it well. Then loyalty. Loyalty is observed by them. Questions such as, why are you leaving present organization? If you are working somewhere already, the question is already set there, that why are you leaving present organization and tell me about your boss. So these questions are generally asked to check your loyalty, and the questions are asked with full intentions. They want to check whether you would let down your previous organization or uphold it. You may avoid always having uncomplimentary references of your former employers or other associates and making uncharitable remarks about them. Sometimes we generally speak badly about our previous boss or organization. That should be avoided, because that creates a bad impression on the panelists. It indirectly declares that you are not loyal to your previous organization. And how will you be loyal with this organization if you will be offered a job in the institution? So be careful about your loyalty, and if such questions are asked, you should definitely be careful. So initiative. Next point, employers consistently rank initiative as highly important across roles and industries, making it a key quality to demonstrate if you want to get hired. Many employers also see initiative as the ability to take ideas and run with them, to persist in the face of difficulty and inertia and see the project towards completion, make time for brainstorming new ideas that could benefit you, team or company. So uh, that should be thought by you. Taking initiative, you should take initiative in almost all types of works. Then teamwork, ability to work collaboratively. Teamwork ability is observed. Almost every job requires employees to collaborate or at least get along with a diverse group of humans. This makes the ability to work with others a highly valued trait of employers. So whether you have the ability to work with a team or ability to work collaboratively, that are observed by the panelists, and that should be keenly observed. Then a listening skill at the time of interview. At the time of job interviews, you must primarily focus on providing effective answers to interview questions. There are many panelists, as I have already said, and at a time there are many questions asked by the panelists. You should be attentive, and concentration should be there. Listening is just as important as answering questions, because if you are not paying attention, you are not going to be able to give the best responses. If you are unable to hear properly, how will you be able to answer the questions? So listening is quite important quality. Active listening enables you to connect with the interviewers and hear what is really being said. A good listener is always a winner. So you should listen carefully so that you can answer properly. Then improve your speech. The best way to do so is to record it on your Android cell phone and listen to it carefully. Analyze your speech to find out whether you speak clearly and up to a mark. This is satisfy yourself that your speech is clear, proper rhythm and sound pleasant. So this is the best way to record your speech and listen carefully, uh, so that you can understand whether there is a slip of tongue or there is some expressions which can be avoided in your speech. You will be understand properly after hearing your recorded speech. So this is the proper way to record your speech and then listen it carefully, so that you can avoid unnecessary things in your speech. And the last point in this sub point is confidence. Confidence is also a key for successful interviewer. Whatever you speak, you must speak with confidence. Confidence stands for a real key to cross every obstacle in the life. The eyes of the candidate represent their confidence level, so that you should make eye to eye contact, which is quite necessary, because if you don't have confidence, you are unable to make eye contact with the panelist. So that your confidence level should be high, so that you can speak with the panelist looking towards them, not looking towards upwards and downwards and elsewhere. So be confident during the interview, so that you can communicate with them very properly. So this is the personal qualities, and that are manners, some essential qualities: job hopper, loyalty, initiative, teamwork ability or to work collaboratively, listening skills, your speech and your confidence. These are the personal qualities that should be developed in the, it is not actually for the interview, but that qualities will lead you to success. So I will speak on some types of questions in my next lecture. Thank you.